Yo, so the internet is in an uproar right now with Ciara. We all know Ciara shares a child with the rapper Future. Now, the kid's name was Future Wilburn. That's right, Future Havels Jr. But recently we discovered that Ciara actually changed the son's last name into Wilson. But I'm actually here to correct that myth. It's actually a myth. She did not delete Future's name. What she did was, she did what a lot of women that get married, you know, women that have two last names. The son has two last names. So instead of being Future Wilburn like he was, his name is Future Wilburn Wilson. Now, I want to do a little deep dive into this because I feel like this is a topic that we should be discussing inside of at least the black community, because we see this far too much where men that get rich, particularly in the rap community, go out and live the lifestyle that they want to live. And meanwhile, the girl is stuck raising the kid. Now, the first thing I discovered in this deep dive is Future actually gave up his rights as a parent. That's right. Ciara holds the full custody rights to her son. That means she does not need his consent to do anything. So a lot of people are mad about this situation, saying that how could she do this to Future? That's just bitterness. No, it's not bitterness. Future made a mistake years ago by chasing the lifestyle of the rich and famous rapper who couldn't be there because we like to make the excuse that we gotta provide. No, you don't have to give up your rights to do so, and you can still make time for your kids. So that was the number one mistake that Future made. Now, people may say, well, why would Russell Wilson allow Ciara to even make this move? As a man, you know, like, this is wrong. Like, I'll be honest with y'all. When I first heard this news, I said, dang, that's foul, because at the end of the day, I feel like that you should never strip a child's last name. The child's last name belongs to the father. I don't care if y'all married or not. You decided to make kids with this man, so you got to carry the name along, because it's how we feel as men, man. We want our names to live on past us. But in this situation, I got a little bit more understanding, and now I feel like what actually happened was a lot of stuff behind the scenes that Ciara never speaks about because she's such a nice person. So why would she do this now in 2025? That's the question that I would like to know. I would like to know why all of a sudden, when this child is 11 years old, right? Because they had this child back in 2014, I believe, 2014. So why 11 years later do you wait to do a move like this? Jay-Z warned Future years ago in his 444 album. He said something on the lines of, in the future, having somebody else playing with your son, football with your son. And Future didn't like that. Future said that it was Jay-Z's responsibility, because they're both from the streets, to basically uphold streets and not make the negativity look bad. No, Future, you got it wrong, bro. With all due respect, the responsibility that Jay-Z has as a elderly statesman in hip-hop is to point out, bro, what are you doing? You are allowing another man to raise your son. You are allowing another man to call your son dad. Like, think about that. For a kid to call another man dad, that means there's an absence of the father somewhere. The dad ain't around that much. So he is seeing more of Russell Wilson than he's actually seeing of his actual father. I don't know Future's lifestyle, exactly where he live, where he go, but I do know he's a busy man and he is on the road. But you cannot use that as an excuse, because Russell Wilson is just as successful as Future, and Future just cashed out on his catalog recently. So it's not the money. You just love the lifestyle of basically having no responsibility. So we're making these excuses about why we can't be there. We got to do better. Women, how do you guys feel about this? Do y'all feel like what Ciara did was wrong? Do y'all feel like y'all can understand what Ciara did? I really want to know what you guys think, because I know a lot of the dudes feel like it's a little bit disrespectful for what she did. But now that you guys got a better understanding of the situation, I want everybody to drop a comment. Let's chime in. Let's get down to the bottom of the real situation, which is how fathers actually need to be more visible and more present in their child's life, and not think that just because you chasing the bag that accounts for you missing time with your kid. What do you guys think about what I'm saying, man? I want y'all to drop a comment. Dang, I ain't make a video in a minute, but it is what it is. When times come back like this, I gotta chime in with the community to let y'all know about what I feel and how I think we should be carrying ourselves as black men, and how we should be carrying ourselves as a culture, man. Sometimes the culture has a lot of toxic ways, and a lot of people put up with it, but I think it's time that we cut the nonsense out and we actually call a spade a spade. And what it actually is, bro, maybe you just not a present father. Maybe we got to do better at being there. Myself included. I have 2 kids. I can't imagine my kid running around with another. There's no way to explain that to yourself of why that happened, other than take accountability and realize it was something you did. But I want y'all to drop a comment, man. Like and subscribe, bro. It's your boy Busy, and I'm gone.